One of the keys for this Missouri team so far this year, they get to the free throw line a lot. Bruce Pearl, they want to play solid defense without fouling.
It is the 62nd straight sellout here at Neville Arena. Auburn at 12-1. Missouri at 11-2. Their 2 losses to Memphis and Illinois. Auburn's only loss to Duke. So Missouri will have it first in their black road uniforms. Anthony Robinson II out of Tallahassee, Florida to lead the charge for Missouri.
Man-to-man defensively, Auburn will switch some things, but they'll dig down low. Anybody posts up, they want to be physical. They want to challenge every shot, and they want Missouri to score over the top of the defense. No reaching, no grabbing.
Shot clock already inside of 5. Mitchell kicks it back out. Bates 3, no good as the shot clock horn sounds. It'll go to the Auburn Tigers. Both these teams, John, they score a ton of points. Missouri averaging 87, that's 10th in Division I. Meanwhile, Auburn at 88, that's 5th in the country.
Well, we're talking about pace of play then, Dave. They can get up and down the court. Both teams do it from the defensive end. More steals on the Missouri side, more rebounds and pushing it out from block shots on the Auburn side.
Knocked out of bounds there by Mark Mitchell, the junior transfer. Came in from Duke after a couple of years with the Blue Devils.
Interesting matchup, Mitchell on Janai Broome. Broome's pretty good at drawing attention and fouls. Mitchell's got to make sure he keeps his hands away.
Baker Mazar gets it down in the corner to Denver Jones.
Missouri different than a year ago. They're better at guarding the dribbler, and they're more athletic on the defensive end.
Baker Mazzara misses everything on the ground. Josh Gray battling for it, and that'll be a shot clock violation. Ball never hit the rim on the shot by Baker Mazzara. So Missouri gets the stop. Both teams with an opening defensive possession that can maybe build on.
You know, we talk about offense on both teams, and maybe both are better defensively than anybody gives them credit for. Well, soft pressure, obviously, by Auburn. Straight man-to-man. They want to stay in front of. Anthony Robinson has been spectacular this season at getting to the paint for this Missouri team.
See the starting 5 there for Missouri. Both these teams play a bunch of guys, though. Bounce pass to Janai Broome.
Exactly what Auburn wants. They want to force long jump shots, long rebounds, run to the other end. Great pass.
Janai Broome averaging 18 points and 11.5 rebounds per game. Boy, nice little step back from Tamar Bates, the 6th-year player out of Kansas City.
And let me give you numbers on Bates. He averages almost 19 points a game, 13 a game on the year, 19 against these 4 teams: Memphis, Cal, Kansas, Illinois. Biggest games, Tamar played the best.
Bates second on this team in scoring, trailing Mark Mitchell's 13.8 points per game.
Tough assignment for Bates. Janai Broome just absolutely can manhandle people inside.
Dylan Cardwell, the tap in, the man they call Mr. Auburn, averaging 6 points, 4.5 rebounds, career highs for him.
I'd like the matchup out front. Denver Jones may be one of the best, if not the best, on-ball defenders in the SEC, matched up against Robinson.
Here's Perkins off to Bates. Bates takes Broome to the rack. Cardwell comes over, draws the foul, and Bates will head to the free throw line.
We talked about the one possession where long misses leads to breaks, and this pass by Baker Mazar right on the money. Janai Broome, a big, can run the floor as well as anyone. Here's what Tamar Bates has brought to his game this season. Only a jump shooter, a little bit more last season. Now, he is a free throw freak, folks, 94.6%. Last year, 92.6 led the SEC. This year, 94.6. We've got a few freaks from the free throw line in this game. Chad Baker Mazzara, 94%. Denver Jones at 93. Miles Kelly, 93. Pettiford hasn't missed a free throw.
Baker Mazzara's made 39 straight for Auburn.
You know, last year Bates had a streak of 37, ended up too short of Jason Sutherland's record as a Missouri Tiger.
Jones picks up the dribble, gets it to Janai. Broom working on Bates. Boy, you said
a lot of bumping.
Yeah. That's just a tough matchup for Bates. I don't know what you do.
It's not fair. We always used to talk, that's like playing against when you're a kid, your old uncle. You know, your uncle comes, they just pounds you down, walks you down, lays it up, and you're shaking your head thinking you can outplay him.
Baker Mazar out on Bates. Here's Perkins.
Mano-a-mano, Auburn just challenges and beat them off the dribble.
And Kelly with a hand check out on the perimeter on Perkins. There is Dennis Gates now in his third year at Missouri. Look, they had a great opening campaign under Coach Gates. Last year, complete disappointment. 0-18 in the league. They haven't won a conference game since the SEC tournament in March of 2023. They're trying to break that streak here tonight. Not the easiest place to do it.
And someone reminded me that was 666 days ago. So they're due.
They're due. If the due theory works.
What a tough assignment at the start of this year. But they're off to a great start. Obviously, the win over Kansas, the win against Cal. Played Illinois tough. A totally different team than they were a year ago.
Robinson. Mitchell. Got it. Boy, he took about 53 pointers from that spot before the game today.
I still think they will allow him to take that shot. He's not a natural shooter. Better shooter than he was, but still, it takes a while for him to get that release.
Inside to Cardwell. Back to Broom. He'll try a top of the key three. Perfect. Janai Broom knocking that one home, his 12th of the year.
So the two bigs that we focus on that can score inside just show you what they can do from the outside. Mitchell on one end, Broom on the other.
Cross court to Broom. He'll try it again.
I was going to say, turn the lights out, let's go home if he makes that on the run. Tough shot to make, even for great shooters.
And a trip against Chad Baker Mazara and Bruce Pearl. Bruce Pearl looking for Auburn immortality with one more win. He's chasing some history. We'll talk about it when we come back. Banner up there, and they go, well, they do have a building across the street named after him, the Beard Eves Memorial Coliseum, which is still standing just across the parking lot.
Good
nice
backdoor cut.
Yeah, Bates can't convert.
You know, early, if you look at things, what are key areas? Missouri's got a rebound, only one offensive rebound for Auburn, but no turnover so far for this Auburn team. Remember, Missouri likes to speed you up. They want steals. They have 0 right now.
Broom cannot get that shot to go down off the back of the rim, but he will head to the free throw line. That foul will go against Perkins, his first. Of course, Janai Broom still saw him earlier today shoot around, had a little wrap on his shoulder, of course, a few weeks back at shoulder injury. Didn't know how long he was going to be out. Actually played the next game out. He's averaged 25 minutes in the 2 games since the shoulder injury, and Coach Pearl telling us today they really monitor him in practice, but when it comes to game time, they just let him do his thing.
You know, a guy like that, like Broom's going to tell you if he hurts, if he doesn't. They can rest him a little bit, as they mentioned in practice. We saw him out here working today, and seems to have no problems with it, especially if he gets in the intensity of a game. They say he's not going to hurt it worse. They can take away comfort on off days.
What a season for the man who transferred in from Morehead State. Graduated last month. Janai scored 9 of Auburn's 11 points. Here's Robinson.
Robinson's key is he wants to get to the paint. That's where he's had his success so far this season.
Offensive foul.
And
that gets the ire of Dennis Gates.
Well, I think at times Robinson's got to be careful of extending elbows when he has the dribble. You get in league play and coaches are going to remind him, take a look and see where that first elbow started. But again, the defense knows where he wants to get. Missouri knows where he wants to get. Good step out.
Oh, taken away. Josh Gray up ahead to Bates. Baker Mazzara got back, slowed things down.
That's great hustle. Another good matchup. Baker Mazzara, good defender. Bates, terrific offensive player.
Deep three from Tamar Bates. Chased down in the corner by Miles Kelly.
Kelly, a shooter, can't give him space. Or Pettiford.
Pettiford misfires. 42% from behind the arc for Tahad. Bates, open floor. Nice screen underneath by Gray to give him a lane to throw it down.
Yeah, good call, Dave. Pretty good seal by Gray. Janai Brew tried to get around and then just gave up. And you can tell Missouri's not afraid to push the tempo either. Once they get a rebound, they're going to push to go the other end. Missouri, anytime they get the ball, they're going to run, they're going to attack. Bates, again, does not settle for that wide open jump shot. Great shooter from the outside. One of those guys last year so close to going 50, 40, 90. 50% from the field, 40 from the three-point line, 90 from the free throw line. Just short of it from three-point shooting.
Yeah, it was 2 3-pointers shy of being a 50, 40, 90 guy. Shot clock winding down, and Chad Baker Mazzara, averaging almost 13 a game, gets that one to go.
And CBM, if he gets it going, he can score in bunches.
Kelly steps on that sideline, almost had the steal. Kelly got to meet Dennis Gates up close and personal right here.
Took a charge. He'd have taken charge in his older days. Nowadays, he shakes the hand going, hey, if you're in the transfer portal next year,
right.
Just to remind you, hey, this is how the game's played. Of course, second half, I don't know how often they can transfer.
Miles Kelly to transfer from Georgia Tech.
Caleb Grill, you mentioned in the lineup, missed 5 games with a neck injury. Finally played the last time out. A shooter, catch and release, an aggressive player defensively and offensively.
Trent Pierce also on the floor for Missouri. Again, both these teams play 10, 11 guys. Nice take there to the basket by Mark Mitchell.
Yeah, Mitchell's left-handed, and it could go either direction as he attacks the rim.
Mitchell was considered top 10 transfer in the country in the offseason. Great get for this Missouri program.
Boy, they've had great doubles. Oh, that's a heck of a pass.
How did he even see it?
I don't know.
And counted on the 3. A 4-point opportunity for Auburn.
Unbelievable basketball, Dave. And I say that because it was a fabulous trap on the ball. And you would not have thought Janai Brew could have seen where anybody was on the weak side. But watch this pass. Amazing. And then anytime you close out on a shooter, if you're late, you can't go straight at them because then you get to the body.
That foul on Mark Mitchell. So Baker Mazzara to the free throw line. Ten games in double figures for Baker Mazzara this year, high of 19 against Georgia State. Career high 25 last year came against the Georgia Bulldogs. He'll take a seat, and that's 40 straight free throws now.
And both of these teams will play a lot of players. We already talked about Missouri plays 11 guys over 10 minutes. Auburn plays 10 guys over 10 minutes.
That foul on Chaney Johnson, you could hear the slap across the forearm.
Bruce Pearl wants an elbow by Trent Pierce on the drive, and the crowd, there's a replay above us.
And we'll take a look because I think the elbow came up above the shoulder area.
And they show the replay above us, Dave,
yeah.
and obviously the jungle behind us saw it.
The previous play is under review.
I will say this, Missouri likes the fact that Trent Pierce, now in his sophomore season, is becoming more aggressive. Ooh.
But I think that's more of a basketball move. That's going to be hard to say.
Too. Once he's put it on the floor here, you go in. Wow, did he get him twice?
I mean, you got to try to get the ball
so
up.
Here's the strength. Here's good defense all the way till the reach, but then there's the elbow.
Well, we will take our 12-minute TV timeout while they take a look at this replay and figure out what the call will be. Back in a moment.
He's such a jump shooter and a good jump shooter, but they love the fact anybody gets close to him now, his ability to get on the floor and get to the free throw line.
Again, you know, it is amazing that both these teams have played 13 games, and Missouri has taken 139 more free throw attempts than Auburn has on the year. And we've only played 13 games.
Well, contrast that really, Dave, to what Missouri was a year ago. A lot of jump shots, a lot of long shots. This year, much more aggressive. Now, they've changed. They've got a few more physical players through the transfer portal. And then the guys that are back have been a little tougher with the basketball. And the guy out front right now, Tony Perkins, graduate from Iowa, played at Iowa in the Big Ten, used to physical play, a physical type guard, great for this league.
Grill misses everything. Perkins gets the rebound or loose ball. Shot clock never reset, and then travels with it and gives it right back to Auburn.
Good reaction from Dennis Bates. He thought this guy got tomahawked because of travel. The guy's fun to watch, Dave, is the guy bringing it up the floor. Todd Pettiford has been spectacular in every big game that Auburn has played.
Jones, catch, shoot, make it.
He's a shooter. Got a great stroke. Terrific play by Chaney Johnson to get him the pass on the baseline drive.
Auburn up by 8. They've hit 6 of their last 8 from the field. And then Caleb Grill just ran right through Pettiford.
Chaney Johnson drives baseline. Now, things have to happen for guys to get wide open. It's a structured play. Jones coming down from the wing. There's got to be screens down low. Johnson has to know where his teammate is. And when Denver Jones gets on a roll, he is really fun to watch shooting.
John, he's almost at 50%. Matter of fact, he's at 49 after that make now from behind the arc. Here's a takeaway.
Tough catch for a big man.
Josh Gray made it look easy.
It's tough, though. You got a big 7-footer running. Perkins put it out ahead of him. Great move by Gray, guy who played at LSU for a year and then 3 years at South Carolina.
Young man out of Brooklyn, New York, averaging a little less than 3 a game. Little teardrop doesn't go. Dylan Cardwell knocks it out of bounds.
My eye is on Pettiford, the freshman guard, has not only had the 1 turnover, but a couple loose passes, and it doesn't work against a Missouri-type team.
Pettiford reaches in on Mark Mitchell. Well, our full slate of conference matchup continues next right here on the SEC Network with number 12 Oklahoma, number 5 Alabama, and then we cap the night with the Lone Star State rivalry game between Texas and 13th ranked Texas A&M. Speaking of those Aggies, it's crazy. You know, we talk a lot about the top end of this league, but how about that? Nobody talks about A&M. Nobody talks about Mississippi State.
Yeah, 2 teams you don't want to play because of how they play defense. And both teams are better scoring than they were a year ago. Mississippi State made a statement today, though, didn't they, against South Carolina? And we have them next week hosting Kentucky.
Oh, how about that showdown?
My goodness.
I think the hump will be going nuts for that one. Another 3. Chaney Johnson buries it. The 4th 3 of the first half for Auburn.
Missouri does a good job normally of switching and communicating. If you don't communicate, then it doesn't look so pretty.
Josh Gray, offensive rebound. Josh, surrounded by white jerseys, gets another opportunity, throws it up. Finally a whistle.
Tough, physical team is what Dennis Gates built over the summer. Through freshman recruiting, through transfer portal. And one of the key pieces was Josh Gray. The size, the length. No, he doesn't average big numbers. But what he does inside is he takes space. He's active, he can catch, does his best job on the defensive end.
Josh Gray, 44% at the line, misses the front end, but here's a look at some of those transfers. And of course, when you get a guy like Mitchell, it's easy to have guys kind of flow in right behind him.
You go to the top, Warwick, one of the all-time best scorers in college basketball. Then you got a tough guard from Iowa, a tough big man from South Carolina, and then Cruz from Tennessee Martin, a guy that averaged 20 points a game, that on certain nights can shoot the three ball for you.
So Gray with another opportunity gets that one to go down.
The luxury for Bruce Pearl in the transfer portal when they thought, do they need a big or not? When they found out that Cardwell and Broom were both coming back, then they didn't have to go find a big.
Josh Gray felt like he was being wrapped up. He's a little frustrated. That off arm.
You saw it, didn't you?
Yeah.
You're sitting right here. Take a look now as a big man. Now
look where that right arm
is.
is.
Look at the right arm. And Josh Gray's been around the game a long time. He's thinking, I'm 7 foot, I'm sliding with a guard, doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm not reaching. He'll get the next call. Missouri did a good job sometimes on all these high screens.
Here's Jones working on Perkins. Alley-oop too much for Cardwell, but a whistle and he'll stay on the Auburn end. That foul on Caleb Grill. I didn't see down the, he must have pushed somebody. Cardwell perhaps.
Maybe the biggest key, and when you have two aggressive teams, I mentioned it right at the opening, is who gets to the penalty first for free throws.
Well, 16 fouls now on Auburn. There are 16 fouls on Missouri, so next one for each. They'll head into the line. So they'll inbound it on that baseline. Janie Johnson in traffic, surrounded by three black jerseys.
Oh my, what a play.
That won't go. Tapped around by Cardwell into the hands of Robinson. 1-on-3, and he is quickly double-teamed. Marshall can't handle the pass. Kept alive. Bates fires, but that'll be a stoppage on play as the ball did cross that inline.
Boy, they gobbled up Robinson quickly, didn't they? Forced him baseline, and he had a good pass. But what is tough for big man is sometimes to bend that low to get the ball off a bounce pass. Bounce pass has to get to the midsection. Somehow that ball has to bounce off that floor at a high level. Peyton Marshall, the freshman, could not handle it.
8-point Auburn lead.
Auburn usually wants to attack pressure. Anytime you press Auburn, expect them not to just try to break it, but to make you pay on the other end. Matchup zone right now for Missouri. Keep an eye on the shooters, Jones and Kelly out top.
Swinging around the perimeter. Guy Howard to Jones, back to Howard. He buries it. He's a 41% three-point shooter.
Shooters love to see zones no matter if it's aggressive or not. You can ball fake it, you can split it off the bounce, but if you move the basketball quickly enough, you're going to find open looks.
Boy, since Chad Baker-Mazara hit that 4-point play, Auburn's gone on a 13-4 run and a huge collision. Peyton Marshall, the 7-foot, 300-pound center out of Atlanta, Georgia, is about as close to a brick wall as you're going to find.
Sometimes you go to send a message and watch sliding defensively. Jones, boom.
Oh, goodness.
Oh. Eli Drinkwitz might be starting to take a look at the basketball team, pick up some guys.
Cruz on the floor. Pierce checking in. Caleb Grill takes a seat for a moment.
Again, back up to the matchup zone, see who they follow, who they spot up.
Long three, Denver Jones, no good. Boy, kept alive by Johnson. They'll reset. Long three from the logo. Kelly buries it from the A.
Transfer from Georgia Tech. Absolute great shooter. Dennis Gates has wanted a timeout since the bucket went in.
Auburn feeling it. They're up by 14. Timeout on the floor. Back to the jungle in a moment. Say what, it's been a few years since they've been able to shoot the ball this well from behind the arc. The last time they did it, you saw the results, went to a Final Four. A lot of people already have this Auburn team penciled in there. Cardwell with a block, but then the follow by Pierce, the sophomore out of Tulsa, Oklahoma.
That time Dennis Gates put Mark Mitchell up in the pick and roll, so when Robinson was double teamed and the ball went to Mitchell, he could attack the rim. So now you've got a variety of guys who, if he can put it on the floor, it's probably better than a guy like Josh Gray.
Kelly tries another deep three. That won't go. Long rebound out to Tamar Bates. Here's Cruz. 7:20 to go here in the first half.
Bates, Cruz, Pierce, all long shooters.
Cardwell getting out on Pierce. Here's Mitchell. Baseline, hangs in the air, and that one is blocked. It'll stay with Missouri. 10 on the shot clock. Janai Broom about to get back on the floor. Janai with 9 points and a rebound here in the first half. Got some star power right here, Mitchell and Broom. But Bates will fire as the shot clock horn sounds. Mitchell crashes the glass, gets fouled as he attacks the rim and will head to the free throw line.
Absolutely changes the team that Missouri was from a year ago.
No doubt.
Great athlete, great offensive rebounder. Can use him in pick and pops, pick and rolls. He can handle the basketball. Obviously not a great outside shooter, but serviceable. Struggles from the free throw line, only at 59%. But they work every day on that, but it just changes how a team has to play Missouri.
Dennis Gates telling us before the game today, Mitchell just didn't have the kind of role at Duke that he was hoping to have just because of the pieces that are there. And he said, Dennis Gates said one of the things we could offer him is the ability to do more. And he has certainly done more here with Missouri.
Good matchup, two really good young guards in the SEC. Robinson on Pettiford.
Pettiford crossover, step back, and he is fouled by Robinson.
You have to be careful when you have two young guards going mano-a-mano, right? That it just becomes, I'm going to outplay you, I'm going to go against you. As a point guard, you got to think of 5 guys. Not my game, but our game. And you can't get into any kind of number contest with the guy you're playing.
Second foul on Robinson. Pettiford to the free throw line, the 5-star. Top 20 national recruit.
First miss of the year from the free throw line. He had made his first 14. Good thing we didn't say it before he missed. They blamed us. Can't.
Well, they still will. And one more coming up for Pettiford. Chad Baker-Mazzara on the floor, as is Chris Moore. Two out of three for Pettiford.
Robinson out, puts more pressure on Perkins to handle the offense, but again, all-league player in the Big Ten.
Mitchell working on Broom. Baker-Mazzara comes down to help out. 15 on the shot clock. Mitchell and Broom. Trying to go up and under. Another opportunity, perhaps. Auburn keeps it alive with Miles Kelly.
Yeah, good hands by Baker-Mazzara to keep it alive for Auburn. Looked like an offensive rebound was going to happen for Mitchell.
Kelly off the back of the rim. Pierce the rebound. Kelly sticking the arm out, getting a deflection. Auburn starts back the other way. The three from Pettiford is good. Number 7 of the afternoon for Auburn.
He didn't worry about maybe having a 2-on-1 break, did he? I'll just back up and shoot it from here.
The last 6 field goals for Auburn have all been three-pointers. Bates, nice cut to the rim.
Good cut, good pass. Anytime you play an aggressive team, either of these teams you're playing against, backdoor cuts work. Tell you what, these two guys have gone at each other on both ends. Fun to watch.
Broom wins that battle.
I think we should just call him Uncle. Because Uncle can just, he just handles everybody inside.
Boy, Tony Perkins taking it right to the rim.
I remember talking to Dennis Gates a couple months back about Tony Perkins and why the addition. He said he's tough, physical point guard, and that's what we need in this league.
All Big Ten performer, averaged 14 points, 4.5 steals last year with Iowa. And comes away with a turnover.
Played an exceptional basketball game in the loss against Illinois.
Mitchell wide open for 3.
It's not easy playing on the road.
No.
If you make a little mistake.
Auburn shooting 60% from the field, 58% from behind the arc. Pettiford, oh boy, he hit the deck hard. 5-on-4 back the other way. Here goes Pierce.
And Pettiford's down.
Yeah. Boy, the freshman was not able to brace himself once he got airborne.
Was it Pierce with the really good hands on that drive? Came from the weak side, maybe? Because Pettiford was going, I don't know if he was going to dunk it, but as he was going up, there was someone on the low side that basically took it from him, but he landed hard.
Oh. He pops up and gingerly walks back to that Auburn bench. We'll take a timeout. 36-22 Auburn.
Away going, you know what? Okay. But also from a coaching standpoint in Florida, you go, boys, it's going to be a tough league.
Yeah.
I think every coach that I've talked to has said, you know what? You're going to go with some losses. How do you handle some losses?
Yeah. Bruce Pearl talked about that today with us.
And we understand every home team has won. You better protect your home court in this league. Bad pass.
Chad Baker-Mazzara, a scoop shot. Fouled by Tamar Bates. So CBM will head to the free throw line. 40 straight free throws made by Chad Baker-Mazara over the last 10 games.
So lazy pass by Marcus Allen, the freshman. We have seen both sides, a freshman kind of not being tough enough with the basketball. It's an early reminder when you get into this league, everything has changed from any of the games you played prior to today.
Nothing but net for Chad Baker-Mazara. Hey, we'll have a women's basketball tripleheader tomorrow afternoon that begins at noon Eastern right here on the SEC Network, and of course always on the ESPN app. We're featuring two of the top teams in the country as number 2 South Carolina squares off against Mississippi State at 2 Eastern. Then 6th ranked and undefeated LSU hosts Auburn at the Maravich Center in Baton Rouge. Should be a great afternoon of women's basketball. 3:36 to go before halftime. It has been a physical game here at Neville Arena.
And Warwick, who checks in for Missouri, I think this is his type of game. Terrific score, shooter outside, can go off the bounce, 3 levels, can shoot it everywhere.
Bates, corner 3, short. Broom the rebound, up ahead now. Janie Johnson couldn't put enough English on that one. Back the other way come the Tigers of Missouri. 3 is good from Trent Pierce.
6'10", but kind of plays like a guard. And I mean that by he runs the floor, goes to the wing, spots up, catches, releases.
He's averaging 12.5 points per game over the last 4. Overall, 8.5 points a game. Boy, Dennis Gates right now he is just not happy about something that just occurred.
Well, Broom is posting up and getting his position as an older guy would. Now, he's going against a freshman. Who wins the battle of the whistles? That's an easy one. If you're an older player, they get the calls. It's just the way it happens. Allen, he's a terrific defender. 6'7", 220, is going to have a great career in a Missouri uniform. But the matchup at 6'7" against an All-American and maybe Player of the Year in Broom, very difficult.
Allen, certainly a highly touted freshman from Missouri, 4-star prospect, top 100 player. Matter of fact, Dennis Gates brought in the 5th-ranked freshman class and the 13th-ranked transfer class.
I think it's a little bit of how you build a program, how you build a team. Now, how many of those freshmen stay? We don't know in the world of transfer portal. But if you can build it both ways, yeah, you got a chance.
Loose ball, and the scrum is on. The tie-up arrow will favor the Auburn Tigers.
A small, rather small lineup for Missouri. So expect Auburn, if it gets to the rim, to pound the glass. Pierce, yes, is 6'10". Allen at 6'7" is the most physical player that Missouri has on the court.
What a touch pass from Baker-Mazara to Janie Johnson. Spins, got it.
And his improvement in the 2 years he's been at Auburn, fun to watch.
To Perkins, back to Allen. Spins in the lane, draws some contact, foul on Janai Broom.
Good move by Allen. Attack, plays downhill, not afraid.
That is the 8th team foul against Auburn. That'll be the first on Janai Broom. Everybody's got 1 for Auburn. The only player, well, actually a couple from Missouri. Robinson has 2, as does Caleb Grill. So Allen at the free throw line gets that one go down. 6'7", 220 out of Miami. He has now hit 19 of 20 at the free throw line this year.
Another free throw freak. We've got a few in this building. Guys don't miss.
The guy next to me is a freak, too. A couple years ago at Florida, how many in a row did you hit when I walked in the gym?
124
in a row.
I don't know why that 125th one missed.
I think you just said, you know, you were done. You were bored.
You told me to get off the floor.
It was impressive. Now your shoulder's so sore you can't get your arm up to do it anymore.
Oh, the
Catch by Kelly.
Goodness. Well, you can't jump at Kelly. He's so good with the bounce. And if you jump, you could pull for a three because that's what he likes to do. Auburn just quickly can make it hard to get it in, and then they back up.
16-point advantage, largest of the afternoon for Auburn. We're going to say a foul against Auburn. Pat Adams out here on the wing. Saw something, blew the whistle, and that young man right there doesn't necessarily agree.
Well, we'll take a look because we have replay. Ooh. Well, maybe that young man was right in the crowd.
Warwick gets that one to go. Marquez out of Lexington, Kentucky. Talked about his career at Northern Kentucky for 4 years. Four-time All-Horizon League player.
He is the third active scoring leader in the NCAA right now. Number 1, Hunter Dickinson. Number 2, Mark Sears over at Alabama. A lot of points. And all those guys have played a lot of years.
And a push by Marquez Allen. Or, excuse me, Marquez Warwick.
It was Allen. Allen. Allen matching up with Broom. Loves a matchup. He's young. He's tough.
That's 2 on out, by the way. So that's 3 Missouri players with 2 fouls as we approach halftime. 1:23 on the clock. Janai Broom at the free throw line. Janai has gone double figures in 12 of 13 games. The only game he didn't have double figures was the game he got hurt his shoulder. Only played a couple of minutes against Georgia State, put up 2 points. Other than that, he has just been a monster. I mean, how about the game he had against Ohio State in Atlanta?
Yeah.
21 and 20 against the Buckeyes.
Well, the games that Auburn has won this year, Houston, Iowa State, North Carolina, Memphis, they beat Purdue by 18, but they were up 30 in that ballgame. It is definitely a national championship type team.
Nice job by Marquez Warwick. Found a spot and nailed it.
He is so good off the bounce at controlling his pace and when or if he wants to shoot it and where. Shoot it.
You knew that was coming, and it misses everything.
But you can tell shooters, all he did, the jab step gave him space. Yeah. So you can kind of see him eyeing up the defender to give him a jab so he could get the release off. I think it's an important 37 seconds for Missouri. They're not out of this game. Here's a layup on the other end. Good pass.
Tony Perkins.
Good pass from Grill. But if you get a couple buckets in the last 30 seconds, get it under 10, change the game, energy in the locker room.
There's about a 1 second differential between the 2 clocks. Janie Johnson. And they're going to call a foul against Tony Perkins out on the perimeter. And Dennis Gates wants a jump ball. And that'll be his second now.
And Dennis Gates had them jump the ball handler out front. So now they're forcing Auburn's hand into maybe making a play more quickly than they wanted to as the halftime clock's winding down. You see Dennis Gates, he thought his guys had it timed perfectly. Perkins thought he had a jump ball.
Kelly can't get that one to go. He's 93%. It made 14-15 coming into today. That's 12 team fouls against Missouri, 9 against Auburn. It's usually been the other way around.
Yep.
So 12.5 seconds on the clock.
Remember, Warwick very good off the bounce.
Launches at the horn, nothing there. Good defense from Chaney Johnson out on the perimeter. Auburn led by as many as 16 late here in the first half. They will head to the locker room up a dozen. A season-low shooting for a team that has been red hot all year. Just 42% for Missouri. We'll see if they can figure some things out. Time to get to the studio. PB, it's all yours.
Awfully kind of you there, Dave.
Auburn's going to have to be on lockdown these final 20 minutes, but they were great in the first half. They've held opponents under 60 points in 6 of 13 games, including 3 of their last 4 games. That'll be a tough task against Missouri, but the Tigers are one of 4 teams, Missouri Tigers, to score 75 or more points in every game this year, joining Florida, Iowa State, and South Dakota.
And Missouri, 42% from the field, only 2 of 10 beyond the three-point line.
Inside, good look right there for Marcus Allen, just couldn't convert.
Allen starting in this second half. He was very physical in the first half. I know the coaching staff likes how physical he can be, even though inside he gives up a few inches at only 6'7".
By the way, Tahad Pettiford doesn't start here in the second half. He fell on his backside, limped off the court, but didn't warm up. We'll see if he gets a few minutes here. Broom, a little bit short with that one. Rebound right to Josh Gray. No good. Caleb Grill keeps it alive. Right back to Warwick. Grill will fire short. Up to Janai Broom out in the open floor. Now Jones lays it up and in.
And Cardwell's down on this end of the floor.
Well, he could hit right across the forehead with.
So Dennis Gates going almost with an entirely different starting lineup.
Boy, got hit twice,
Ouch.
John.
Ouch. Go back to Missouri. They've only got Gray, and there's a starter from where they started the game. The fans, you can hear them in the background now being shown the replay. Up top, you see the big scoreboard.
You know, I said earlier today, I go, you think Dylan Cardwell's ever had a bad day? That guy
and I said no.
No, I mean, he's just always bouncing around like it's every day is a great day. Well, that is a big collision. He and Josh Gray. Gray goes 7 feet 260. Cardwell 6'11", 255.
Gray has played obviously against his Auburn team quite a bit. Last year with South Carolina, they came in here, and South Carolina was ranked in the top 10 and got almost annihilated by this Auburn team by 40 points. I think we had that game.
Yeah. Cardwell, the man they call Mr. Auburn, coming off his first career double-double in his last game against Monmouth in 141 career games.
And the win against Monmouth was his 100th win. We've talked about Broom blocking shots, but in the top 20 active career shot blockers in today's game, Dylan Cardwell sits at number 16 with 174 blocks. A treat to be around. He, remember in the tournament last year, in the SEC tournament that Auburn won, he had 11 block shots, which was a school record for an SEC tournament.
Auburn has looked good all year and looked pretty good against Duke on the road in that SEC-ACC challenge. Just fell a little bit short. Tennessee looked really good today at home against Arkansas. But Mississippi State, perhaps the best outing. They just throttled South Carolina.
Yeah, home team wins. Let's go back to Auburn. They won at Houston, although it was a neutral site, but it was in the city of Houston by 5. Beat an unbelievably good team in Iowa State by 2, North Carolina by 13. Memphis by 14, Purdue by 18. It's the best non-conference schedule that the University of Auburn has ever put together, and the biggest wins they've ever had. Climbed the rankings quickly.
Auburn has 4 wins over nationally ranked non-conference teams this year. Prior to this season, the Tigers, this is an incredible stat. Prior to this season, Auburn had 4 such wins total in 118 years of basketball.
That's amazing.
And they had 4 this year.
Yeah, the Bruce Pearl effect. What he's done here. Really what he did in Tennessee and then what he's done here. This is a national powerhouse. Now, he does not let his guys get complacent. He talks about who should be the hungrier team every time they go out.
Let's see if we can't get an update on what's happening here. And it will be a flagrant 1 on Josh Gray. That will fall under the excessive/unnecessary.
Upon further review, it's going to be a flagrant foul on black 33. White will shoot 2 shots, and the ball will be put back in play at the resumption of play on the baseline.
So Dennis Gates has come out with an aggressive lineup and team. Now, who do you rely on scoring the ball? Warwick, Grill, Perkins. Different than Tamar Bates is sitting on the sideline. Mark Mitchell sitting on the sideline. So he's trying to make a run early in this half. This does not help. First bucket of the half was by Auburn, and now Chad Baker-Mazzara. What's his streak? Has he had 41 in a row now? Is that what the streak is?
He is 3 for 3 tonight. He's 42.
42.
Over the last 10 games, he's hit 42 straight free throws.
And you know he knows it. I mean, he knows. He's a fun kid to watch. Involved in a lot of things on the court. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. But
he's going to actually.
He's involved in a lot. Oh, he's going to give it up.
Chaney Johnson's going to take the free throws.
Maybe Missouri gets to pick.
Cardwell had to leave, so Missouri had the opportunity to pick the player to shoot the free throws, and certainly they would not pick Chad Baker-Mazzara. Chaney Johnson, 68%, 22 of 32 coming into today.
The hardest free throw to make, I think, ever when I play is the one all by yourself. The technical foul. You're just all by yourself out there. There's the rule right there.
Dylan Cardwell got a little smirk on his face. No, it didn't feel good, but team got a couple of points out of it. And Dennis Gates is.
We might be here a while.
He is getting hot about something over there. He's looking at the scores table. Whatever Pat Adams just told him, Dennis Gates didn't want to hear it. But he listened.
Look at that ball move. Ooh. Surprised Miles Kelly wasn't in a position to catch and shoot. Wasn't ready to catch and shoot.
Kelly just threw it up with 5 on the shot clock. A rebound ripped out of there by Marcus Allen.
And good defense by Allen.
Tonight Broom, it'll belong to Missouri.
Fortunate call for Missouri because Allen is laying out of bounds when the ball came down on top of him.
378 career blocks now.
Decides to go all the way, but watch when the ball comes down, he's sitting out of bounds.
Did that hit him while he was?
Maybe not. Maybe it missed him.
Let's see. Oh, I think it did hit his hip.
That's what I thought when we were sitting.
Well, we haven't even played 90 seconds yet here in the second half.
Been here a long time.
Here's Broom. Takes it himself.
Why not? Controls the pace. Guard went flying through. Picks up the dribble. Holds it tightly, lays it in. Missouri needs a bucket. They need some energy. They need some momentum.
Allen underneath. Surrounded by white jerseys, and a foul against Auburn will send Allen to the free throw line. Third foul on Chad Baker-Mazzara. The only Auburn player with more than one. Janai Broom and Dylan Cardwell have played a lot of basketball together. Think about all the practices they've had to go against each other over the last 3 years.
It'd be interesting to know in the summer if they talked about coming back together. You go back, I'll go back. You know, one of those things. Because when they both decided to come back to Auburn for one more year, changed the course of what Bruce Pearl had to do in the transfer portal. They were solidified in the inside position.
Baker-Mazzara, step back three. Got it.
Crazy shot. Tough, difficult. Step back. Semi-knuckleball. Again, when Baker-Mazzara gets going, he is fun to watch.
Well, this team can really shoot it. 8 3-pointers. Auburn up 20, their largest lead of the day.
And I've always thought if an opponent comes here and you settle for not good shots, this Auburn team will make you pay.
Denver Jones up to
the arena, how it's built, and what Bruce Pearl has built, and the jungle behind it. I mean, it's just an absolute home court advantage. And the team that Bruce Pearl builds here, they're high energy guys.
Yeah.
Right? They thrive off the
That's a great point.
Noise, they thrive off emotion. And they play to it.
Yeah.
They enjoy playing to it.
They definitely played to the crowd.
And when the timeout was going and 2 players are heading to the bench, the other 3 players are coming across. And they're almost in the crowd shaking hands.
Here's Perkins.
Yeah, got to have an answer. Mitchell's got to be involved. Grill's got to somehow get going. Nice try.
That is their first basket in the second half. They were 0 for 5 from the field to start this half.
You can see the value of what Trent Pierce is becoming and what he's going to be at Mizzou. Great outside shooter, but now if he go off the bounce, what a threat.
Jones, step back. No good. Grill the rebound. Well, they could use Caleb Grill knocking down a few shots. Caleb with the basketball now, gets it off to Bates. Now Mitchell. Mitchell's quiet, just 6 points. Working against Broom. And Janai got a piece of that one. Give him another block shot. Jones. Chaney Johnson got to the logo. Hit the shot over Bates.
He has great springs when he posts up and he elevates. 2-on-1.
Kelly, bounce pass behind the back.
Fabulous hustle.
Not a great pass from Kelly. Deep 3 from Grill. And a push off underneath, going to go against Mitchell. It has been an absolutely unbelievable start to this basketball season for the SEC. We'll talk about their dominance when we come back after this timeout.
What if you just had one region of NCAA basketball put 16 teams for the SEC in?
Auburn up 23.
So difficult now. Missouri forced to be aggressive defensively, try to make steals, but if you make mistakes, Auburn makes you pay.
Well, some notable games coming up on the SEC slate, and of course there's a really good one coming up Tuesday on ESPN2, Tennessee and Florida, Alabama A&M. And how about January 25th? That one won't garner any attention, will it?
Rick Barnes picked up another win today, 820 wins he has in his career. Second all-time, or second in active coaching, just under Cal. Cal's got 824.
Tennessee at Auburn, #1 versus #2 if things hold true. Here's a little run out. Robinson to the rack. That won't go. Boy, 3 white jerseys attack the glass.
Everything challenged, and I think Robinson is a point guard at half court. He could have hit one ahead to Grill. Grill had an open look. Robinson a bit frustrated, scoreless on the afternoon.
Bedford, good to see him back on the floor, even though he nearly cracked the backboard on that shot. And a reach-in foul against Chaney Johnson. That'll be the second on Chaney. That'll be just the 3rd team foul this half against Auburn. Foul story a little different than we had in the first half. Both teams were, I think that we got to the bonus and there was still 6 minutes to go in that first half. You know, that foul on Tahad Pettiford. Talking to both coaches, brought up a great point today about the league, and teams are going to be facing adversity. There'll be some injuries along the way. Things won't go your way. But how you handle losses, because you're going to have losses this year.
Yeah, and you might have a string of losses. Yeah. You might have a 3-game losing streak. So how do you respond? How do players respond? And can you respond? Yeah, depth is important because you might have guys banged up. It's a physical league. It's tough. So maybe more depth than they've ever had to have in the past. Wow. Broom has such great hands.
Another block for Janai. That's 4 blocks now for Janai Broom.
It's great timing, great presence.
And a foul on Janai.
Second foul of his this half. He picked up the foul out here. Wasn't Bedford, it was him. We have not seen Cardwell back in since he went down.
Pettiford taps it. Can he chase it down? Caleb Grill comes out of there with it. Corner 3 from Robinson. No good. Last touched by Missouri to belong to Auburn. Pettiford, the true freshman out of Jersey City, New Jersey.
Good with the ball. Robinson good with his hands. Good matchup.
That won't go. Rebound, Chaney Johnson.
I'll say it again. The 2 guys, Robinson, Pettiford, caught up in the mano-a-mano, doing too much against each other.
3 for Pettiford. That is number 10 for Auburn. Dylan Cardwell just checked in, picked up his second foul.
Yeah, good look at Pettiford, who's played his best games in the biggest moments. Houston, Iowa State, North Carolina, Purdue. Duke averaged nearly 17 points in those games.
They had 20 against Duke, where he hit 4 of 8 from behind the arc.
And, you asked Bruce Pearl, and he said, hey, the best players step up. Even though he's a freshman, he knows the biggest moments. And Auburn has needed him, and he has delivered.
Going back to the monitor on that last foul, that was against Dylan Cardwell.
You don't have dinner plans, do you, anywhere?
No.
Okay, just checking. Might be here a while. Okay, so there's the...
What do we... I don't...
Oh, Pierce got hit. But it looks like a basketball play.
Oh, is there a kick maybe?
Kick.
A kick down there? You see that? That's
it.
it.
Circle. There we go. But it looked like he got hit in the face the way he's reacting.
Yeah.
Dave, when you have these replays so often, you can see a lot of things. They come back totally. A lot of, maybe there's too much put on the referees to look at all kinds of stuff. How about maybe in the last 2 or 3 minutes?
Pat Adams.
The call stands.
Nothing there.
And that was a foul on Cardwell.
Yeah, leave it at that.
If I was a coach, I'd say, now what call? It's been a while. What call was it that you called? Because it's been a while.
I know.
All right, play ball. Let's get, we need some up and down. We need some back and forth. Good action.
Auburn's hit 10 3-pointers. That is right on their season average, second most per game in the conference. They have the second best percentage too at 37%, but that'll go up if things hold true now. They're shooting 52% from behind the 3-point line. Wide open for Allen. He gets it to go. That is the third 3. Missouri, they're going to give him a 2. He had a foot on the line, so it's just a 2. Allen thought he had a 3. But Missouri, 2 of 16 from behind the arc.
Yeah, take a look. They back off. And when he steps up, toes on the line, possibly.
Looked really close.
Yeah.
Pettiford, little floater. Nice touch.
With the right. He's left-handed.
I think he's waving to let you know that was. Did everybody see that? It was my right hand.
Yeah.
Barrett getting some work for Missouri. The freshman out of Oklahoma City. Dahad working on Robinson. Howard lost it. Here is Allen. Taken away by Johnson. Jones catch, shoot. No good. Tapped around. Bates the rebound. Boy, bodies are flying all over the place. Barrett, tough shot. Working against Cardwell.
Yeah, decisions. Got to make good ones, smart ones. So far, such a ragged second half.
The double dribble. So our under 12 media timeout. Auburn up big here at home.
In the NFL, right? When they said 40.
Yeah.
Well, what's your berth? Like, how high? He says 44. He walks out and says, I do 44.
See,
I'll walk away.
Well, I would be good. I'm a max vertical guy. I'm not just to stand there and jump guy because I need that extra step. I'm going to go from 2 inches to 4 inches if I do the one-step jump.
At 13-10, number 4 black shot was called a 2-point shot on the floor. After review, it is a 3-point shot.
See, I thought it was.
There you go,
I thought it was. By the naked eye, I thought it was a 3.
And there it is. That's 3.
Yep, there it is.
Give him another point.
So Allen with 6 points now, and that was just the third 3 by Missouri. They're 3 of 17, 17% from behind the arc for a team They came in shooting 36%, 5th in the conference. Allen, no good. Kicked right back out to Marquez Warwick.
And with Boateng in for Missouri, another freshman, they have 3 freshmen on the court. You know, Warwick's got a lot of things in his bag. You don't score over 2,300 points in college basketball without the ability to make difficult shots.
Pettiford into some traffic, taken away by Missouri.
I'm going to say this nicely. Pettiford's a really good player, a great player. But the other 4 guys in white jerseys are going to get tired of watching him dribble.
Yeah. Reverse layup is good.
Boy, yeah,
I mean, he got them all.
Got them all. But again, Pettiford's really good. But these other 4 guys are going to look at him sooner or later and go, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
We do that over at the rec center.
Yeah, he's had a couple of fancy moves and whatnot. And now Bruce Pearl's getting a little upset as well at Pettiford over there. You know, good teaching moment, right? Look at this tape after the game.
Yeah, I mean, it is. Again, I think because he's a good player, Missouri has really tried to get into it. And so as a good player, you're going to show that Missouri one-on-one defender that you can get by. Well, that's not what they're running. I mean, that's not any part of Janai Broome or Denver Jones or any of what they want to get done on the offensive end.
Janie Johnson running into traffic, made the shot.
Wow. The degree of difficulty high on that one.
Auburn has assisted on 61% of their field goals this season. They have 15 assists on 22 made shots this afternoon. Up and in for Aiden Shaw. First time we've seen him here. He didn't play in the first half. I don't think he got in. Aiden Shaw trying to guard Broome, and I don't think anybody's going to stop that.
Broome basically, what he does is when he feels the contact, then he spins. Right when Aiden Shaw's a terrific jumper, but right, he's going to put that arm right when the arm bar got on him. Boom, he's funny. Right when he felt it, now you know where
the key to that is doing it right away, right?
Yeah. Don't let him, but right when he got touched, boom, there was a move.
Well, I mean, people are going to make the comparisons, obviously.
Sir Charles at number 34 hangs in the rafters here. Next to that is Mike Mitchell, an old teammate of mine. Rest in peace. Mike died of cancer with Mike Mitchell, who played here, one of the great players, number 30. I played with Mike in San Antonio for the Spurs. He was an all-star in the NBA.
Those pretty good players right there.
Oh, my goodness. Wesley Pearson, Chuck Person, the Rifleman.
Another interesting name up in the rafters that we just showed has a connection to Missouri. Carolyn Jones, one of the greatest female basketball players, not just here at Auburn history, but in the Southeastern Conference and nationally as well. A former Olympian, SEC Player of the Year. Actually,
and her husband is C.Y. Charleston Young, assistant coach for Missouri.
Cruz knocks home that three. Charlton on the bench over there, coached here at Auburn. A couple of times at assistant, both times under the great Cliff Ellis.
And the coolest part is those jerseys don't come down or can't be worn unless you have a child. And Audia Young, number 21, is now playing for the Auburn Lady Tigers. And she's been terrific. And there's a good look at CY. Yeah. Everybody knows him in college basketball. And his jersey was retired at Georgia Southern last February. Great high school player down in Miami. When I was playing for the Heat, he was doing some things in high school I even paid attention to. He went to Georgia Southern, jersey retired, but been a great recruiter for a lot of different schools. Terrific coach. good person, and everywhere he is, when you see them beforehand, coaches, players, they all kind of know him. But he was so excited. I came to practice last night, and his daughter came in. Now, they were flying out, I think, to LSU.
Yeah.
And she came in to practice, and he was bragging on her to me.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
There are a lot of nice guys in this world, but CY is up there at the top of the list. Blocked shot from Ja'Kai Howard, but a foul in the process.
Remember in the old days, Dave, where they really didn't show replays to the home crowd?
I love it. I love it now.
They show it, and the crowd gets to react.
Yeah. I know, even when they used to have the monitors, there was the whole thing that you can't show.
Yeah, don't show if it's close.
Yeah, right. Leave it alone.
Especially for the home crowd.
Yeah.
Warwick, a 77% free throw shooter.
And Mitchell about to check back in. Check in for Aiden Shaw. Well, Aiden looks a little frustrated. Here's Allen.
Good hands, quick hands.
Missouri's hit 6 of their last 7 as Cruz buries that one.
I mean, the spread's 20, so it's big. But where can you have a run to where there gets some nervousness in the crowd? The crowd's kind of quiet. The jungle is really never quiet behind us, but the crowd is quiet. Laid back. Missouri looking for some energy, but they are starting to connect on the offensive end.
Well, Cruz can certainly shoot it. The transfer from UT Martin burying a 3. Trying to close this gap as much as possible with 7:51 to go.
Folks, if you've ever been to A&M, they're going to saw off the horns. That's what they're going to do. That's what they talk about. And that's what they sing about. Boy, they're great. There's so many great games in this league. And we have a good seat when we come to these places to watch a game.
Janai Broom coughs it up on the baseline. Here's Allen. T.O. Barrett backs it out. Barrett loses the hand of the freshman. And Broom with another block. That's 5 for him. Season high.
Got to pass the ball again. It's a freshman. trying hard to get minutes. I want to show the coach. You know how you really show the coach? Run the offense, make the pass when they're open.
Ties the season high for Janai with 5 blocks. Also had it against Houston.
We've had so many just one-on-one matchups, contests this afternoon that neither coach, I'm sure, likes.
Marcus Allen with a steal, goes 94 feet back the other way. We'll head to the free throw line. Oh boy, these two basketball programs.
It's amazing.
I mean, think about, go back 6, 7, 10 years ago and just kind of trying to find your way a little bit in the basketball world, and look where they are now. Look where they are now.
Dave, I'm a little bit of an outsider sometimes. I think of them both as basketball schools. I know that's nuts. Because I know what it means on the football side. But Bruce Pearl, Final Four, Nate Oates, Final Four, conference championships, tournament championships, NBA draft picks. There's the 2019 banner. Both teams trying to get back there this season to the Final Four. And they have great chances.
Janai Broom catch. Soft touch off the backboard.
Good pass from Pettiford. Beat his man off the dribble. Put it right on the money.
Here's Cruz.
It's a physical league. Pushing, touching. You've got to be physical with the ball. Tough.
Bedford. Oh, wow. Cheney Johnson emphatically throws that one down.
And now look at teammates to Pettiford. That's what they like in a point guard. Give it up. Let some guys shine. Good pass.
.6:05 to play in a 76-53 game. Largest lead today for Auburn has been 26 points.
And look how many white jerseys are out in front and the black jerseys behind them. My goodness, looking right in it. Cheney Johnson. You know, talking to the Missouri coaches, Dave, to a man, they each said, you know, where Bruce Pearl might not give enough attention or his staff is how the evaluation of players. And Cheney Johnson's name came up. This was a Division II player.
Yeah.
And Bruce Pearl, they had played against him, exhibition game, kind of liked him. Watched when the portal happened. Here's a kid from Alabaster, Alabama. They'd seen him before. How about if he got to Auburn? Could they get him in the weight room, nutrition, get his body bigger? Last year, pretty good minutes, but this season he has blown through the roof of what kind of player he is.
Second year at Auburn, out of Alabama, Huntsville, but an Alabama native out of Alabaster. There is Cheney, right place, right time for the 6'7" senior. He graduated last month. Pettiford. Ooh. Chad Baker Mazzara trying for the highlight reel follow, didn't get it. Here's Allen. Loose ball on the deck, in the corner it goes to Warwick. He knocks home a three.
What a shot. He didn't even bring the ball down. I think he caught it above his head and just shot it from there. That's so difficult.
That's the fourth three this half for Missouri. 6 in the game now. Allen defending Broom, who dumps it off underneath. Barrett hustling, hits the deck.
Valuable minutes for Barrett. Again, a freshman.
Cruz. No good. Allen the rebound, lost it. It'll belong to Auburn. At halftime, this was just a 12-point game, but Missouri took about 4 minutes, a little over 4 minutes for the first field goal of the second half, and that allowed this Auburn team to get this lead up to 20 plus, and they have been in that area since. Chad Baker Mazzara tried to lay it up high for Miles Kelly. He didn't want to go get it. And a foul against Pettiford. And a technical foul. Is that going to go against Pettiford? Yeah, it will go against the freshman Tahad Pettiford.
Personal foul and a technical foul on Missouri Tahad Pettiford.
For what? That's a basketball play. No speed. He's trying to block. That's a basketball play. He hit the ball stupid.
Was it a taunting, perhaps?
Almost had to be.
Yeah. So Pettiford will head to the bench. Yeah, it'll go as taunting for Pettiford.
quick.
Yeah. Well, it's been one of those physical games, and
It has been.
You know,
Tejada has not played well. I've praised him most of the time. He's not played well. They put him at the point guard position, but he didn't get his team into any offensive sets. That's what you're supposed to do as offense, especially as a point guard.
Bedford with 10 points, a couple of assists, 4 turnovers. Meanwhile, Denver Jones in 7 assists to lead Auburn in that department.
Well, Denver, remember a year ago, played the off-guard position.
Yeah.
Great shooter. Now, when he's played point guard for Auburn, they have been spectacular this season because he gets them in the offense, gets them into stuff.
So Bruce Pearl, his club, rolling along here. He's chasing down some history. More on that in a moment.
And year in, year out, you know you're going to get something now special from an Auburn Tiger basketball team.
You could tell today at shoot-around that the conference opener, expectations certainly there, and you could kind of feel it from him that he wanted to get this ball up in the air and let's get this thing. He's tired of talking about it.
Well, his question to his team was, why should Missouri be hungrier than us?
Yeah.
Even though they're hungry, they haven't won in the SEC last year and all those things. But why should we be hungrier? We're Auburn basketball, even though where we are. And you know what? His players have responded.
There's Cruz.
Everything's just kind of one-on-one, off the bounce, beat your man, try to score, right?
Warwick off the front of the rim. Janai Broom, another rebound for Janai. That's number 7 to go with his game-high 22 points.
And I'll go back. I think the strength to Auburn offensively is moving the ball, passing the ball. They got stuck with Pettiford at point because it was a bouncing game. When the ball moves, they've got great shooters, great post players, and they get high-quality shots.
Marcus Allen now trying to defend Janai Broom. That's a tough ask.
Yeah.
How about his 9th 20-point game already? Big collision. Miles Kelly trying to play some defense on Marquez Warwick. Picks up the foul, and Warwick will head to the free throw line.
Marquez Warwick at the line for Missouri, shooting 2.
There's a list of the active scoring leaders in Division I basketball. Warwick sitting there in the 3-hole right behind Mark Sears and Hunter Dickinson. Dickinson with almost 2,400 points. Sears probably get over that mark.
Yeah, Warwick out of Lexington, played at Northern Kentucky. All-time leading scorer, over 2,200 points, 4-time All-Horizon League player. When he was in the portal, a lot of teams looking at him because of his ability to score at 3 different levels, outside, mid-range, and to the rim. Good pickup for this Mizzou team.
There's a takeaway. Chad Baker-Mazara fouled by Warwick. So 2:14 left. Some free throws coming up. Well, we got a second. Hey, let's get you to the studio. Dari, what's up?
Well, Dave, just letting you and everybody else know, if you want to watch Alabama, Oklahoma, they're underway. It's over on the SEC Network Plus right now. As soon as we are all finished there at Auburn, we will get you to Tuscaloosa. 9-6 Bama in the early going against undefeated Oklahoma. Guys?
Thank you, Dari. Get that on the app. This is when I need you to drive me home so I can watch that game. You're not the teammate I expected you to be. One of these days you'll catch on.
Yeah.
Chad Baker-Mazara makes them both. His streak is now up to 44 consecutive free throws made.
Lost my train of thought. I know there's a big snowstorm coming through the state of Missouri, and hoping the university can get back to Columbia.
I don't have a snowstorm heading down I-85 back to Atlanta. Off the back of the rim, and Missouri will reset it as we go under 2 minutes. Missouri, after this one, will host LSU on Tuesday night. Auburn will head to Austin, Texas for a game on ESPN2. 9 o'clock Eastern time start.
Another good matchup, both of them. LSU off to a good start.
Cruz the rebound. Jaheim Hudson getting some work, playing in his 9th game for Auburn. Cruz. Chaney Johnson grabs the rebound. That one's intercepted by Boateng. Right down the lane, tried to throw it right over the top of Chaney Johnson, and Chaney called for the foul. You know, it's one of those things, I think coaches will tell you, in this year more than any other, you have to defend your home floor.
Yeah,
and
sure.
if you can sneak out 1 or 2 on the road somewhere along the way, great.
Yeah, with a league like this one, 16 good top to bottom, you better protect home turf if you want to win the league. And then can you get on the road, and can you find a few wins? And obviously the guys at the top that are going to be at the top are going to find some wins on the road.
Boateng gets the free throw to go. 82-66, under a minute to play. So looking around the scoreboard, and the only team right now that is struggling at home, Vanderbilt's up 4 at LSU with about 9 minutes to go in the second half. So far, home court has held serve today around the SEC.
The score is much closer than what it has been. Impressive win by Auburn again. Missouri will reload, and Tuesday night LSU, another Tiger on Tigers.
Presley Patterson, points 6 and 7 this season for old number 14. And that'll do it. Auburn with a fantastic performance.